King Charles I shared a touching moment with Jewish refugees who escaped Nazi persecution during their childhood through the Kindertransport rescue mission, marking the operation's 85th anniversary. The monarch visited the Central United Synagogue in London's West End, where tight security was likely in place for the occasion. During his visit, King Charles I interacted with members of the Association of Jewish Refugees, AJR, Chief Rabbi Sir Ephraim Mervis, and Lord Lieutenant for London, Sir Kenneth Elisa. The synagogue's president, Michael Goldstein, Senior Rabbi Barry Lehrer, AJR Trustees Chair Michael Karp, and AJR Chief Executive Michael Newman were also part of the meeting. In a brief clip, the king expressed recognition, saying "some familiar faces," as he joined the group at the table. Engaging with a man seated there, Charles, 74, remarked, "I hope you're keeping in reasonable." To which the man responded, "We're still here," eliciting a chuckle from the king. Charles continued the conversation, expressing amazement at the man's age of 98 and inquiring about his age when he arrived in the UK. The king unveiled a plaque to commemorate the visit and met refugees who escaped through Kindertransport before participating in a Kristallnacht service. The attendees included early members of the AJR, established in 1941 to support Holocaust refugees and survivors in the UK. This visit by King Charles I coincided with a period of renewed concern for the Jewish community in Britain, amidst pro-Palestinian protests. Kindertransport, initiated by the UK in 1938 after Kristallnacht, aimed to bring up to 10,000 children from Nazi-occupied Europe to safety in the UK. The Central British Fund, now World Jewish Relief, played a role in bringing and caring for these unaccompanied Jewish children. Notably, this wasn't King Charles's first engagement with Kindertransport commemorations. As the Prince of Wales, he attended receptions marking the 80th and 75th anniversaries in 2018 and 2013, respectively. In 2014, Charles attended a performance of The Last Train to Tomorrow, a composition by Carl Davis honoring Kindertransport, at a concert organized by AJR. Kristallnacht, or the Night of Broken Glass, witnessed widespread Nazi violence against Jews in Germany and Austria on November 9–10, 1938. The king's visit served to honor those who suffered during this pivotal event, which marked a turning point leading to the Holocaust. Meanwhile, Queen Camilla commemorated the nation's war dead at Westminster Abbey's Field of Remembrance. Dressed in a green rifles coat designed by Fiona Clare and a cape from Amanda Wakely, she paid tribute to those who fought and died for their country in her first visit to the Abbey since her coronation. The ceremony included prayers led by the Dean of Westminster, the Very Rev Dr. David Hoyle, and the Right Rev Anthony Ball, rector of St. Margaret's Church. Queen Camilla placed a wooden cross adorned with a red poppy into a larger cross made from flowers associated with the First World War. A 2-minute silence followed at 11 a.m., with the chimes of Big Ben ringing out. After the ceremony, Queen Camilla met with Minister for Veterans Affairs Johnny Mercer and Poppy Factory staff and supporters. Around 40,000 tributes, representing various faiths, were laid out in more than 300 plots in the grounds of Westminster Abbey. During her visit, Queen Camilla spoke with veterans, including Robert Stockwell, 85, who served in the same regiment as her father, Major Bruce Shand. The Queen's interactions with veterans and her observance of the memorial plots underscored the significance of honoring those who served. The visit took place amid public debate about a pro-Palestinian protest on Armistice Day. Some viewed it as appropriate to call for a ceasefire in Gaza, while others expressed wariness about entering central London. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak held an emergency meeting with Metropolitan Police Chief Sir Mark Rowley to discuss the planned march, emphasizing accountability for any trouble. Sir Mark, facing pressure to ban the march, clarified that the law would only allow such action in extreme cases. This reflects the broader societal discussions surrounding commemorations, protests, and the delicate balance between expressing opinions and maintaining public order. Queen Camilla paid tribute to the fallen and opened the Field of Remembrance at Westminster Abbey. Each year, the Queen and other members of the royal family hold events dedicated to the armed forces in the run-up to Remembrance Day for those who died in world wars and conflicts. Remembrance Day or Poppy Day is a commemorative day in the Commonwealth of Nations, celebrated annually on November 11 and designed to memorialize all Commonwealth soldiers. The main meaning of the holiday is to honor the memory of British and Commonwealth soldiers who died during the First World War. The symbol of the holiday is the red poppy, which was sung by the Canadian physician and poet, Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae. On these commemorative dates, there are several important events that go back decades. For example, for the past year, the Festival of Remembrance has been held at the Royal Albert Hall on the Saturday before Remembrance Day. And on Remembrance Sunday, there is a service and laying of wreaths at the cenotaph. And the day before, for the second year running, Camilla attends an event at Westminster Abbey. Today, Queen Camilla opened the Field of Remembrance outside Westminster Abbey for the first time as Queen. Each November, traditionally a member of the royal family pays their respects at the many crosses on the Abbey's lawns, set up by the charity The Poppy Factory. Camilla has been patron of the Poppy Factory, a charity supporting wounded and sick veterans returning to civilian employment, since 2013. In 2023, this is the 95th Field of Remembrance. The annual event, marking the start of National Remembrance celebrations, has been held every year since 1928, when the Poppy Factory brought a tray of poppies and a tin can to the grounds of St. Margaret's Church, the church on the grounds of Westminster Abbey. Only a few poppies were planted around a single cross, but this started a tradition that has developed over the decades, and now every November a sea of scarlet poppies covers the ground in the Abbey grounds. The Field of Remembrance is a tribute to those who fell in World Wars I and II, as well as in more recent conflicts. Hosting this year's event, David Hoyle, Dean of Westminster, said, "For the 95th time at the Field of Remembrance, we meet again to remember those who gave their lives in the conflicts of our time, so that we can enjoy freedom and peace." At 11 o'clock on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918, the First World War ended. This date this time has become a symbolic moment on which to dwell in silent remembrance and gratitude. With a pure heart on this our Field of Remembrance, let us pray for world peace. David Hoyle is far left, standing next to Camille. Camille, like many others, placed a wooden cross with a poppy, her monogram and the inscription "In Remembrance" among the other crosses on the field. After observing a 2-minute silence, Her Majesty toured the field and met with veterans, representatives of military organizations, and members of the public who paid tribute to their fallen comrades and loved ones. Before leaving, the Dean invited the Queen to sign the St. Margaret's Church Visitor's Book. Today, Camilla wore a familiar green coat dress by Fiona Clare, a black cape by the same brand, and black Russell and Bromley boots. To the cape was pinned a brooch in the form of a poppy, marking Memorial Day. And of course, that now annoying hat. How many different hats does the Queen have in her arsenal? I don't like that hat. I don't like it at all. I think it's what's ruined Queen Camilla's whole look. This is Camilla's first time attending such an event as Queen. However, for at least the last 3 years, she has been the one to attend this event year after year. Dear friend, if you like everything new about the royal family and don't want to miss all the novelties, subscribe to our channel and like it. By doing so, you take part in our development. We work for you.